First thing first, tell us about yourself. What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Gque Brown. I'm from South Jamaica, Queens. Originally from Harlem, Spanish Harlem, 112th. Thomas Jefferson Projects. Grew up in Queens, South Jamaica, South Side, South Road. Well, exactly, I'm from South Road and Warhead. Some say 107, behind 40 Projects. So, today, I'm living in Atlanta. I've been running through the cities, met a lot of people, been dealing with the music behind the scenes. And, I dealt with a lot of people that I see today is being praised. And I'm just shocked at some of the things I see.
What got you shocked? What you seeing that is things that you shocked as in things you agree with, you disagree with?
There's more things where I disagree with, cause it's where's the order? What type of human being don't think in order? The information we have today is in abundance. We could call people in other countries. Tap of a button. So a person can't say the information is not there. And then with the information there should be some type of order. So that's one of my biggest disagreements and pet peeves is where's the order?
Why you think they not, if it's in abundance, why you think it's not being used? You think people just don't know how to utilize the information and tools that's provided? Or you think they just don't want to? What you think the problem is?
I'm gonna be brutally honest. No disrespect to nobody. I love every being in this universe. I love. Listen, made by Elohim, I love you all. But I'm going to say this. A lot of y'all is fucking scared. Excuse my language, but fear is so I've never seen so much. I've never seen this level of fear in the universe in my 48 years. It's crazy. There's a lot of craziness going on right now.
So the ones that ain't afraid, the ones that's go watch this right now, man, they not afraid. They ready to make a change. They ready to do something, but they not doing nothing currently. What would you tell them to do? I feel like some people is afraid but just lost. For the ones that's afraid but lost, you got any guidance or direction of what they could be doing different?
Man, I don't believe people lost. I think that's an excuse. People, if you don't create some type of order, you lost regardless of what you do. It has to be order. It has to be it got to be some type of structure, some type of knowledge, information, habits, routines, dedications. We don't even declare nothing.
So the average citizen or average person, what you think they should be paying attention to right now? Or what you think they should be learning, or should they be paying attention to these different countries? Should they be paying attention to politics? Should they be paying attention to where they should invest? What should be a main sense of focus?
I'm gonna keep it very simple and elementary. When I was in the feds, I ran into this. He was German and something else, but I ain't gonna say his name. But I just call him Santa. And me and him just talk, deep conversations. He was shot type of conversations we was having. Then one day he hit me. He like, yo, you love your family? I'm like, what you mean I love my family? Of course I love my family. Anything I do for my family. He said, yeah. He said, what you know about the Constitution? I said, what? What the fuck that got to do with me loving my family? He like, you a man, right? Can you protect your family? I'm like, fucking yeah, I could put that with. He said, from who? I'm looking at my nigga, from anybody. He said, for real? He said, what about assassin? What about a Green Beret? So now I'm looking at this dude like, he making some points that, you know, I got to really face the truth. Then the motherfucker told me, if you don't know the rules of the game, you don't know nothing. He spun off. I was up for 3 days thinking like, what the fuck is he talking about? Then Monopoly came to my mind. Monopoly has an order. It has instructions. And if you don't know the instructions, what Monopoly you ever gonna build? Like, this shit is simple. This shit is seen. Nobody can't tell me they don't see this. Y'all, they can see slavery, but they can't even see in slavery. Slaves have more than us, and they was getting beat, getting their ass whipped every day. That's a story y'all want to believe? Let's just look at it from your angle. If the slaves could be getting their ass beat every single day and busting their ass, and they own churches, they own buses, they had their own hospitals, they had their own sewing mills, they had everything. We even invented most of the things we use today. Nobody can tell me. People can't tell me they ain't seen what's going on.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like one of the biggest problems, the fact that black people invented so much and like you said, have so much, we innovators. We ain't have much, and we just wanted to make life easier, and we was innovating and building stuff. Even people in Africa is still innovating and using what they got and making a way. But we didn't properly patent stuff and being able to capitalize for on so much things. How with the technology, AI, with the resources, with everything that we got now, how what you think people need to do to be able to capitalize better? Why? And let's just leave it as that. What do you think people need to do to capitalize better?
Blueprint is there.
Just follow the blueprint?
Blueprint is there. Just give it to us. Say we have a heritage. We don't overstand that fact. We try to understand everything. We don't try to understand. We won't try to overstand. Everything about understand. People don't even know etymology of words, or how words are, how they have symbols, how they have frequencies, how they trick you. Like it's like we can go in depths about that. But I'm not here to. I don't want nobody to be into their feelings about things that I'm saying. I'm just speaking universal truth. This is something your eyes can see every single day. I'm talking nature. In our world, we call it the nether room. It's just like people can't say they're not seeing this. Like even if a person's not seeing it in its total scope, they seeing fractions of it. They see it in themselves. But what I said before is fear. They're scared to tell the motherfucking truth.
Where do you see the direction of things going right now? Even on the aspect of like 1 to 5 years. Where do you where do you see America 1 to 5 years?
We go into space. People, when I say space, I'm not trying to be funny now. We on space, like air is space. These people use words on y'all that y'all don't even be knowing what they be doing. If you pay attention to what's really going on, they closing it, they taking up the space. You're gonna be paying for air, probably another 5 years.
Man, it's so funny because I had a conclusion with that. Because I was like, man, the air quality is getting worse and worse in so many different places. And I was like, man, they definitely it gets so bad where it's like in order to breathe right, you gotta be like, I'm like, man, they could pay for the areas where the good areas at, or just make you pay for air altogether. Like they really could make us pay for air. Like, that's the crazy thing.
Man, they make us pay for our babies. They make us pay for ourselves. And I can't really get to that conversation. I'll lose people. Well, you know, I'm gonna keep it to they comprehensive level. It's a lot of things. It's just a lot of things that goes on. It's like people just don't want no order. They listen to what anybody else tell them.
I think, man, I say from my own experience, when it's been times where I was always kind of enlightened, but it's been times where I was lost. And I was so many people telling me so many things in the world, just searching YouTube, just searching mentors, just community, where it's just like, man, you really don't know what to listen to or what to really hear out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person who hear out everything and then just decipher it from that. That's what I learned from the homeless people to the rich people. Everybody got something to tell you, and I just deciphered it on my own on what I take in. But I think that would be a thing too. Like they just don't know where to get it from.
You have a humble spirit that is in your DNA. See, people who are listeners, they have a humble spirit. People think humble means like to be soft. Humble means self-control. See, self-control is a power most people don't have. And if you don't have self-control, you will never control yourself. That's why I say again, people don't want no order. Because order means you got to have self-control. Why people be arguing and fighting and doing all this? Because they don't have the self-control. And as we talk about self-control, I have a public service announcement to make. You dudes who don't know how to, I don't know how to put this. Like, I'm gonna say it how I not say it. Stop putting your hands on these women, man. You know when you meet a woman, you know who she is. Her actions tells it all. And nigga, if you can't read it right, bro, you better figure something out. But put your hands on them, it's no go. And I'm gonna tell y'all, listen, I've put my hands on women. But that's only if they put my life in danger or if they steal from me. My mind, I don't have a mind of a chimpanzee. And I think any dude who puts his hand on a woman out of some type of trying to just controlling, like, he's a chimpanzee all day. He's an ape. That's why they kept telling us that some of you motherfuckers is monkeys. Y'all evolved from monkeys. And a lot of y'all believe that bullshit. Y'all even believe in evolution. If evolution was so true, shit, a lot of us wouldn't even fucking be here. It's been on Earth how long?
It's funny because I know I ain't coming on my. I don't believe we came from monkeys or any of that. I do believe in evolution though. I do believe on the hereditary, on certain characteristics that get passed down and get adjusted And even like now with us with phones and looking down so much in our eyesight, and the eyesight thing is worse than it ever was in history. Even though glasses has been needed since we started reading. So once we start reading, George Washington even had, like, you know what I'm saying? Once they start literature, our eyesight start going downhill because we focusing and reading something so close, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe in evolution until the aspect of us evolving. And even these kids is different than any kids that's ever been documented. But
I'm glad you brought that. We about to dive in.
yeah, but I don't think we came from no goddamn monkeys or anything like that, man. I don't think that at all. We're evolving it to that extent to where we going from monkey to human, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Like what you speaking of is true. Yeah, it's a mindset. It's all how what your mind is set on. When your mind is set on something, that's what you're gonna believe in. And this, when there's no order to nothing, your mind is gonna just set on what your feelings are, and that's what we seeing. The people that we seeing today are the children of the crackheads. That was an order that was carried out. I come from the era where most of our mothers was dope fiends. We was in the foster care era. It all came from an order. So you have, like, we on this 50-year hip hop. We gotta look at 50 years ago what happened. This is what we're dealing with today. People wanna act like, oh nah. This shit happened 50 years ago. This shit's not that far. Somebody, you go talk to somebody who at least about 7 years old. But we don't think like that now. And I hate to use the word but, yet I have to keep a level of comprehension to this. Because a lot of people say but, and we know after but, anything is bullshit. But I get it, people use that excuse because their vocabulary not that big. Bro, all the stuff that we see today, it's not that hard to see. It's disorder.
So you've been emphasizing the order part. So how do somebody find order in their life? And is you saying order as in just like find discipline? Is you saying as an aspect of like you need to create some disciplines in your life, or how do somebody find order? Somebody watching this right now,
They need to write it down. This is what every other race of people have over the African American, or they say the black man. They have documented things. They have declared, like how the Constitution goes. You have the Declaration of Independence first. You have to declare. You have to write out what your consciousness awareness is. That's why in government you have acts. You have bills. This is how they put the bill in. This is how they charge. These are all things that everybody deal with every single day. We don't even think about having our own dollar. Yet we be running around here telling everybody about generational wealth. How you have generational wealth when you play with another man's creation?
and people don't want to restart it. But even with that, people understand, right? You can't get no generational wealth off money, because first off, money is the middleman. Money ain't even real, which you can't get generational wealth that's gonna last a generation with something that's not actually real. It's the middleman. Till you get some, you can pass some, you can build something, you can buy a bunker or a house, and pass that down, or some land or some shit that's really tangible. But Yeah, you're definitely right. With money alone, like how you talking about generational wealth and you just talking about some money.
Again, as I said, fall back, they don't have no order. They'll fall for anything. This how disrespectful government has become. And they know the level of intelligence of the people. They will print trillions of dollars up. That's not questionable. You could just print money from where? That's this, like I said, nobody cannot say they're not seeing this information. It's dead smack in our face.
Facts. I'm interested in seeing the next generation of problems because now, so when Nixon took us off the where money was backed by gold, because inflation was getting crazy, you got these countries that's trying to claim their money and get the gold. So they took us off the gold standard. Now we printing money to try to solve our problems. Even though the government know printing money don't solve our problems, it just kick the can down the road. But the can can only kick so far. So the thing is, once we done with all this printing and they trying to resolve the issues, but my thing is like, what's gonna be the next problem? So they can't just keep printing money like how they doing. And our debt in America, us being here in the United States of America, our debt already so high. Like they gotta fix some stuff. And the citizens is not paying taxes like they should. They just made a report today. Today is now Friday the 13th, October 13th. They said $688 million in taxes did not get paid for the last tax year. 688 million the citizens didn't pay.
Listen, man.
That's crazy. Like no. I think it was 600. No. Was it 688 billion? No, it was 688 million. It was million.
Yeah.
But that's still a lot of bread, though. That's still a lot of bread.
Yeah, this is what was so mind-boggling is that they doing it all in our face. We've just watched for the past 10 years. Major banks getting caught in frauds. Nobody never talked about 9/11 where $3 trillion got tipped the night before. And this ain't no nothing I'm making up. Should been in the news. And even though the news lie, you really got to always think this is America. And it's always about the money. So a person can't tell me they don't see it because with everybody, it's all about the money.
And people don't understand that, man. If anywhere about the money America is, they understand that when they colonized, when they came over here, there's people already in America. We ain't found America. But when they came over here, we did colonize it. And this was an idea. It was an idea to bring people together and to to make it a corporate land. This was a business for the Europeans. This was strictly a country that was a business for them. It was like, all right, we gonna grow over there and create business. Like it's all about the money here. It's a land based off the money.
And it's still a business.
Yeah.
That's the order. That's the order of business. That's why you can't get mad at these people. You can't get mad at them. Because there is an order of business that people are supposed to have for themselves. To trade effectively and parallel to each other. That conversation, people try to duck that conversation. They be talking all this, oh, I'm a billionaire. You're a billionaire where? You're a billionaire up under what the United States rules are. They can change that rule any given day.
And that's what I be scared of. Because like right now, the money is the only thing higher than the dollar bill is the euro. Out of all the currencies in the world, and it is a lot more than I actually realized until the last couple of years on how so many countries all got their own currency, and America's so high up, but we could be on the way down any year. Right now, that's why I be trying to capitalize on like, man, flipping this American money
because everything's credit. You gotta think America's built off of credit. See, people think when they say third world countries, they think it's because of that their GDPs are low, that they not producing nothing. That not. It's a credit system.
Yeah.
That's you go into the third world countries, they thriving. Everybody getting money. They don't got the bumps. We got more bumps over here than half the world. So that right there discredit all that nonsense they talking about we being a wealthy and richest country in the world. Because if that's the case, why would we have a bump?
How you like this statistic though? They say the average, and remember, poverty for us is like underneath 30,000 or something like that, which they say that over 13% dollars, American dollars though, like not 13%, but 13,000 is in like the top 10% wealthiest of like the world type shit compared to like all the people in the world and how low they actually money they get in. It's people like surviving on like small dollars a day and stuff like that. How you feel about that? Where $13,000 a year is in the top 10% of the world, and we over here really getting in poverty $30,000, but it's so much money when you really kind of even think about it, like to a certain extent.
Man, I have a mind of order, bro. So I've cut you off. I have a mind of order. So if you're gonna learn the rules of life and look at life from a natural order, you're not gonna have nothing in life. Because everything that you're being told that you're taking into your body, taking into your mind, taking into your eyes, your ears, you have no control over. You don't even create something to have control over it. So it's to a point like, okay, who am I? That's why so many people confused. That's why there's so much fear. People don't even want to take the time out to even learn about themselves to be like, okay, let me get myself together so I can be a better person to the next person. Like, a lot of this stuff is not, they try to make it like people have these mental problems and all that. Man, that shit is excuses. If you know how to get up, tie your shoes, you know how to go cook food and do all these crazy things, or what y'all claim to be crazy, there's no reason why you cannot fix your mind to do the proper thing. You can run off and go beat somebody's ass. You can try to kill yourself. You can go slash yourself. You can do all the negative shit. But you try to tell me you can't do something positive? Like, I don't be want to hear that shit from people. I've been in the foster home. Been through all that shit. And I had a motherfucker try to molest me. I know all that shit. So, the pain I endured at that time, I got past. I'm supposed to get older and inflict this on other human beings? There's just somewhere you have to draw a line. Now, these crackhead babies, they're different. They was manufactured. For real, they was manufactured. And people might not want to accept that, but you see they got in vitro. You see they got Plan B. They showing they got technologies where they could create life in a woman. So
not just a woman. I seen now they experiment where they creating a human. Now they actually get the first couple humans outside of a womb. It's an artificial womb where they don't even need the woman. And now there's a whole other thing with the when we ain't gotta go down that lane, but even with the the bisexual, the gays and stuff, where they creating wombs inside a man. When we going into the era where man can give birth.
Bro,
I think that's insane.
Bro.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Listen.
It blew my mind when I first saw it was real and it's happening already. Not a theory, it's happening. Like
I was in the feds, right? This dude came in with me. And being out in Hebrew, me and Jews was kicking it, so Dude came through, they started ragging on the dude, calling him all types of names. But I'm laughing because I know where their minds come from, because in Leviticus it speaks against a certain characteristic. And I do, I do want to get into it, but I know the world's so sensitive right now. I got to be careful with what I really want to say, which is crazy. It's like that part I hate. Yeah, but I'm gonna be political about this. Yet I'm gonna deal with nature. This shit is crazy right now. You see, they weren't gonna lie about that. What you just talking about creating babies? You think they wasn't gonna that wasn't next?
Man, when I was really next, man, how you feel about this? They said in the next 80 to 100 years, right? Now take a little time. That's just only our kids, next generation. The average lifespan of humans, they expecting to be around 150 years. 150. Because they getting the technology now to reverse the cells, even with the cancer stuff. Reverse the cells and be able to really destroy disease for the most part. And they think that our average lifespan should be 150. And then now with Elon Musk with the chips and being able to solve something and stuff and going half robotic, they thinking that we might get to a point where humans can potentially last forever. And even if the body decays, say the body don't last, they trying to figure out a way to put consciousness on a computer drive and transfer it. This is things that they really working on right now, and I be into it. So one, they trying to get the body to last forever, and if they can't, they trying to transfer consciousness, because they realize that our soul we're just using our bodies, but our consciousness, our soul is a whole different thing, and they feel like that they can put our consciousness in a transferable form.
Now, I want to ask you this: do you think that's a new technology?
That's crazy.
No, do you think it's a new technology?
I think that they've been working on it for a while, because even when they put Walt Disney, his body is in a private company in this hydro tube where they preserving his body in case, because he wanted to be preserved in case it was possible, in case they can do it. They bring me back. That's what Walt Disney. So his body not underground. Disney body is being frozen right now in a private company.
You know why none of that stuff amazes me?
What?
Because there's this saying in ecclesiastical law. It says there's nothing new under the sun.
You know what I personally believe? Go ahead.
What you talking about, this is the Anunnakis was doing. This information had been here. This like we was created beings. People want to come up with all this. Listen, I'm not here to debunk nobody, but people come up with the worst crazy shit. I look at nature, just at nature. We was created. Something created us to be this. Look at our hands, our feet, our eyes, our nose. All this stuff was created in an order. That's why they created man. That's why they created woman. There's no such thing as the same. You have to literally put what's saying to make it a human. And I'm only saying this because, and I ain't gonna say human, I'm gonna say a being. Human is some tricky shit, but we ain't talking about that right now. As a being, that's just nature. Now I'm gonna give y'all from my own experience. My daughter, one of my daughters, went and froze her eggs. And she's like, Daddy, I'm gonna put my eggs in me when I get this age. And I said, okay. I said, we bring that clone grandchild around, I'm going to traumatize him. And I know y'all might get mad about this, but I'm just being truthful. Don't bring no clone human beings around me. I think some cloned already. That's why I can't get along with a lot of people. And here's my theory on why I say it's cloned. That crack. That's what they first experiment on, where they see they can clone human beings. They were doing it with the dope, with the heroin. But they never know how a heroin addict gonna go. Cause when heroin addict need that shit, they gonna kill for it. The crackheads, they're a little softer than heroin addicts. And crackheads, they relentless and they always want to go. Their minds just pew, 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 pew. That's why a lot of people now has anxiety. That's why people have hypertension.
Especially in America, the anxiety thing that I debunked a little bit, where it ain't all on just these last since 2020. The anxiety and depression has been at an all-time high, and I realized actually due to the fact with the new wave of 5G. If you look at the effects of 5G and the radiation, and them expanding it right at 2020, where the side effects is the weak bodies will get weak, and depression, anxiety is all major side effects from it. And then they recalled it because they was trying to put 5G in all the airplanes and do it on a real big route, and they recalled it because they was having so many issues. I think the reason why so many people are having anxiety and depression is not their own problems. I think it's part of a big experiment here in America that's hitting America first. I'm not gonna lie to you.
See what you saying is absolutely right. Yeah, it's dimensions, and this is what these people know. They know the human. See. The thing is this, right? We have a group of people on this earth who have studied another group of people, just like they have studied animals. They use mice for mind tricks that they use on human beings. And I first got introduced to this when one of my children's mothers, she was going to John Jay College. And I'm sitting in the classroom and they talking about this experiment that they did with these mice. And the brother brought it up the other day. The brother Gque. Shalom, brother. So the story got revisited to my mind, but I remember they was in class debating about an experiment that was done on mice. And I'm sitting there, I was blown like, are y'all really listening to yourselves? You're really arguing and debating about they put mice in this experience and they use that same experience on human beings.
Man, because we know different, man. We, at the end of the day, that's what I feel. We clearly different on our intellectual being self. We was put on this earth for a reason. What we created, the cars, the technology, the TV, what we creating, we different. Clear as day, even though I'm not saying we at the top, because it could be beings that's way more, even more different. But we still just creatures that's in the environment here on earth. And we ain't no different from the lions, bears, the ants, the bees. You say mice, and they also did so many experiments on flies. They realized that if they got flies in this jar, you got the jar to top on. Once it's so long, and you take the top off, that fly and its family only know it can go that high. So even once you take the top off, the flies never leave the jar because they just so accustomed that this is the highest I can go. And they just never motherfucking know. And then they did on monkeys. Every time the monkey went to go to the top to get, like, ring the bell or do some shit like that, the monkeys would get penalized. So now they caught on. So now every time a monkey would do it, they get penalized, be it whatever the problem was. So now every time a monkey tried to go to the top to hit the bell, the other monkeys would attack them. None of the monkeys, and then once the generation come, the next monkeys don't even know why they're getting attacked. They just know by order, by law, that if they go up there, the other monkeys are getting attacked, and they don't even know why. And it's because 2 generations ago, they was getting disciplined for it.
Heard the key words you said?
Yeah.
Law and order.
Yeah. And it's just so we cut, and it's crazy.
See, this what these other people know. They know, see, a lot of, you have these things they call the Illuminati and Freemasons, the fraternities, what's what I'm looking for? the Vatican, the priests. You have all these people who know this. They study the earth. Let's think about it. Where are the African American scientists? Why is there no conversation, like constant conversation with them? Where is the African American freightliner who runs the trade? Everything that is being done over here is being done from another man's life, from his idea. He owns this. It's his idea. And we just living it out according to what he say. And she, you know, I want to just, because it's both. And I'm not putting no color on it. I'm not doing that. There's a group of human beings. There's a group of beings. And there's another group. The other group, you know what they do. Let's think about these people have think tanks. These people got scientists. They got people doing nuclear power. They have people building the light bulbs, the streets, the bridges, the buildings, the malls. You can't, like, it's their world. It's their world. Yeah. Other worlds will start to collide. See, people, we all in this big thing we call Earth all together. But it's all compartmentalized.
So how do you feel about, man? So they, even with China and the mainland, they find these sinkholes where they going into it, and it's whole nother world here on Earth. And then forests, you want a sinkhole, and then say we on Earth, when you go in, now you look around, it's trees on the ceiling, it's like a big whole environment, and they finding these here now on Earth, and I think it's insane. And in these sinkholes, they finding plants and creatures that they never seen before. And that's why I was like, man, we have no idea what even small worlds that's hidden into this world. And to talk about how they believe that we surface creatures now, like humans are surface creatures, but before we was in the caves, and before the caves we was underground, because it was shit more deadlier here. We was really hot, and we ain't got no reason really to hide now that we know of. Anyway, how you feel about just these sinkholes and this new findings of stuff, and just Earth, the ocean? We still only know 8% of the ocean. Just like, man, it's crazy on the planet that we flying through the sky on. Like, it's crazy, man.
That's why I don't be caught up in people talking about they going to the moon. I don't give a fuck about that shit. We ain't figured this out down here yet. Yeah. And we don't have a clue. We just tapping at it. A lot of shit people think we in this new age, this shit is old. This shit been done before. It's been done better.
Man, interesting point. You know, with the virtual reality stuff, right?
Yeah.
They saying the chances of us, this being the first time that we tapped into this in all of human history, is so slim of a chance that humanity most likely already came up with this technology, and it's even a high chance that we in a virtual reality right now. Like right now, what we live in, and that's why we able to manifest so easily, because we in a virtual reality where what you believe in, what you manifest, you can really go get. And it's so many people who believe that we in a false world right now. We in the virtual reality world, and I think that's it is so interesting because it's possible.
Oh no, it's possible, but like again, it's all in the mindset. But when you just look at nature, you just living out what nature gives you. Yeah. And nobody understands. People don't even give nature its proper diligence or its proper power. Nature is the controller of it all.
how would you feel if we really, just like our dreams when we pass away, wake up? How would you feel if we really wake up and realize the nature, and when they wiping out and restarting and this, they was really controlling this all the whole time? Well, how would tell me, how would you really feel? We pass away, we out this world, we wake up and realize it was all manipulated.
I don't feel about it. I just deal with the orders. I'm just like, I know I come here. I'm here coming through a frequency before me. I'm just reincarnated. I'm looking at my children. They reincarnated. Their children will be reincarnation.
I truly believe that.
We are all reincarnated beings. Why do you think we have DNA? We can't even have that conversation.
And they said based off the DNA chromosomes, it's only so many sequences. We already billions in. They said how many billions of people on the earth now? We make up like 40% of the people that ever lived, which I thought was insane when I saw the numbers. Like 30 to 40% out of all the people. Because remember, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, it was not even nowhere near as many people. We had this big incline in the last 100. You think that's false?
That's false. Because you got to think, people back then, this up until the late 50s and 60s, people was having 18, 19 kids.
But they wasn't farming and this system that we did. So when you really can't be comfortable and you hunting on your own, and we going to the grocery store, we going to like the civilization of what we created, they didn't have. And that's why I feel like they couldn't get that many like people.
You heard what you just said? Civilization. Anytime you go into civil is not nature. That's Roman law. So when you do a civilization, this is what we come up with. You want to go to supermarkets. That's something that they put in there. At least back then they used to go hunt and get their own food. They didn't give a fuck about the supermarket.
Yeah.
They can go get their own food. They don't have to worry about food.
Facts. I be big on that now. Even as I build my own wealth and eventually spread it out in Africa, I be like, man, right now, especially here in America, if the grocery store is closed tomorrow, and especially electricity, no food in your house, electricity off, no food in your house, no food in the grocery store. The grocery stores don't open no more. 95% of people in this country don't know where to get food from.
Exactly. So this is why I say, bro, people don't really love themselves. Because they don't want to have no order to nothing. They don't even want to be in control. People have gotten so lazy and so disrespectful to themselves, they don't even want to have the ability to control themselves. Like, this is law. This is like a lot of my social media things is going. When you come on, it's going to say competent advisor. When I say competent advisor, is I teach competence. I teach the truth. And I'm trying to teach people about this law called the UCC, which I keep quiet about. Because I do have family and I do have things to do, and I need to be in a position. So there's this law called the UCC. It's called Uniform Commercial Code. Everything in the world is commercial. So nobody had these conversations. Everybody getting up talking about moving money. What money? This shit in America is called a note, a Federal Reserve note. Or it's called fiat. So you like that part right there, people talking about money. What the fucking money is y'all talking about? That note is only worth 2 cents on the market. And we aren't even gonna get into how the metrics of money really run around the world. People don't even know. People don't even know them numbers. You think China metric number run the same as America's? When I start dealing with China and I see they think less, they numbers go less than the zero, it fuck my head up.
And people don't even understand on that type of level. The dollars is just one type of way from the value what they doing, but it's really imports, exports on real things. even when they say, oh, they put $6 billion out, that's the value they put on the machinery or say the food. That's the value they put on that given item that they actually pushed out, just so they can have like, all right, this was the value of that at that time, and they can keep track of it, or even if it can increase, decrease. But like, man, the money that it don't even, it's not even real, man. Once again, the money is not real, especially to countries. When you got the leader of a country trying to figure out what he need in this country, it's not, oh, I need more the dollar amount. Say like, my people hungry, I need more corn, I need more of this, or our medicine low, we don't have medicine, and our sick is getting increased. So it's really about real things that they trying to figure out how to adjust and what my land needs. The money is just the middleman.
But you said something that word value is vague. It means whatever the fuck they say it is.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like the word worth. People are, oh, I know my worth. When you say that, you put a lot of people like put a curse on themselves.
And you put if you know your worth, you saying your worth is go stay the same, where it's like, is it increasing, decreasing? And you to say you know your worth, because even when you learning yourself, people understand learning yourself is a everyday waking up thing. We involve in change every day. So to learn yourself, and that's a non-going thing. We gonna continue to grow and learn our own selves until we die.
But see, you go deep. And people don't think that deep. I'm just saying when people say I know my worth.
Yeah.
So I hear people say that, I be like, okay, you know your worth? Give me a nominal number. Give me a good number of what you worth. Because that's when you start saying what you worth. There have to be some type of number there.
What you worth?
What I'm worth?
What you worth?
My information? I put myself about 12, 13 billion.
12, 13 billion. Why 12, 13 billion? What's the value behind that?
What's the value behind it? The value, there's really no value behind it. I know that's the type of money I would need to run the nation I want to run. See, most people don't even know. America only runs, America, the corporation, United States, which is the corporation. When you have your corporation, you have to have a number set for what your company is going to run off of. This is what it takes to run the company on. America's was 500 billion, which got hypothecated throughout the years through all these Ponzi schemes. That's why there's so many derivatives. Everything built on credit. Each human being is a credit.
I tell you this, man. They did do some legendary shit. When I look at America and how this was a land and how they really built this up, paved these roads, got these buildings, got people to work, really built this ecosystem, and now I can't give these people that. They did some amazing stuff on what they built, man. It's crazy.
They studied from the old.
Yeah.
That's why you think the Vatican has so much hidden information? They just got more information. But it was crazy. That's why I get mad at our people. It's encoded in our DNA. We are builders. We built this shit. We call it the United States. Literally. Go look up Benjamin Banneker. He built DC. He designed it. Yeah, people don't want to know these things. You want to know why? Because once you know these things, you got to take a responsibility. That's the part. That's the biggest part. It's the fear. People fear on being positive because when you're positive, you become responsible.
5 minutes. If you wanna do a wrap up, can definitely do so. Once again, to the people who you is, and get some last remarks. And
Monstar 216. Man, mine is Gque Brown. Gque means God quality unites everything. I don't got nothing against nobody. I love everything that Elohim created. Yet, I inherited this thing we call a brain in my work. And I do, listen, the gig is up on y'all. I'm not putting no color, no race, I don't get caught up on that dumbass shit. I'm on to you beings. I'm on to y'all. And I get it. Do what y'all do. Yeah, people, all people, get it together, man. Learn how to love, man. Learn how to love. Learn how to take care of each other. Like, learn the order of it first, though. Learn the order and the law of it. If you can't do them two things, everything else is going to be a problem. And remember, it takes two to get one. Peace and love.